back with Perfectly Imperfect. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you a lot. If you're new here, I like to share crafts, hauls, cooking, and healthy lifestyle motivation. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a low-carb, diabetic-friendly chicken recipes. If you don't know, I've recently lost 75 pounds in the last year, and I also am type 1 diabetic and have been for the last 18 years. And with my recent health changes and weight loss journey, I have been way more focused on eating low carb, and that's something that's pretty practical when you're a diabetic. So today in the crock pot, I've cooked a couple of chicken breasts, and over the next couple of days, I'm going to make a few different recipes using this chicken, all of which will be diabetic friendly. So stick around and hopefully you get some ideas. Okay, so for the last 4 hours, I've had 4 chicken breasts on high in my crock pot cooking, and I'm gonna just shred up the chicken. That red stuff around the edges is hot sauce. I guess that's what it does here in this situation. And I just used garlic powder, salt, pepper, whatever spices you want to use on there, a little bit of paprika, chili powder. And I am going with a buffalo chicken theme for these recipes. You can go whatever route you want to with the seasoning. You can do it simple Italian seasoning or just salt and pepper. The first recipe I'm making is buffalo chicken tacos or lettuce wraps. And I've made these on my channel before, and it's something I crave regularly. And what I found is you can use any type of chicken for this. I've used ground chicken, and I really enjoyed making it with this shredded chicken out of the crock pot. And you can make this Asian style, or you can even do it traditional taco style and use some taco seasoning. But for my toppings, I chose to use carrots and tomatoes, and I'll top it off with some traditional buffalo wing toppings like blue cheese, hot sauce, and some blue cheese dressing. If you're craving tacos but want to save on the carbs, definitely go this route and wrap them in some iceberg lettuce. You'll get all of the crunch of a crispy taco shell, and it'll taste so much more refreshing and be so much easier on your glycemic index and blood glucose levels. Cucumbers I eat almost every single day. They're a water-filled fruit, and they're very filling, so they're pretty enjoyable to eat and don't do much in terms of calories and raising your blood sugar. So when I came up with this idea of using the cucumbers as my tortilla chips for some nachos, I was pretty blown away. I Googled it, and I had seen a couple of recipes out there, but I had not seen this come across my social media feed, so I hope I can inspire someone to try these out. These were super satisfying, and again, I'm going with the buffalo chicken theme. I've had these ingredients on hand, so I'm just trying to use up all this blue cheese, and these are something I would highly recommend trying out. So good, so satisfying, and they might even be better than nachos. This is actually some protein guacamole. I'm going to be sharing this recipe with y'all in the month of April, so stay tuned for that recipe. If you don't already know, I was born and raised outside of Philadelphia. I am now living in Houston, Texas, and it's kind of fitting that I chose to wear this Eagles shirt on the day that I'm making a Philly cheesesteak. But I'm doing it a little bit more healthy than a traditional cheesesteak. I'm not using a roll. Instead, I'm going to make it into a wrap. So right now I'm adding the chicken, some buffalo sauce, some blue cheese dressing, and some American cheese into the pan to get it all heated and mixed together. You can use any type of vegetables, any type of cheese you want. And like I said before, instead of using a traditional roll, I'm going to use it with these wraps. These wraps are very good on my blood glucose levels, and they're full of fiber and have some protein in them, so I highly recommend trying them out. If you wanted to use a roll, one trick you can do to save on some carbs is to actually hollow out the filling of the roll and kind of just be left with the outer crust. That's one way to eliminate a vast majority of the carbs found in a traditional roll. But these turned out perfect as is, and I served them up with some cucumbers, celery, and some carrots.